lots of
I'm going to
contingencies.
embarrass you here just for a second, if you don't mind, okay?
Oh, okay.
Betsy Kling on Saturday at the Emmy Awards won an Emmy for Best Anchor in Cleveland. She also, and actually not just Cleveland, in the region here in Indiana, she also was inducted into the Silver Circle, which is, anchormen like to say, it's kind of a big deal. And that's fantastic. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You embarrassed?
I'm not terribly this time. The message is a little bit tough to digest because I still kind of can't believe it. But as I said in my acceptance speech, which is crazy to think about, but a lot of that is thanks to you.
You're
You
sweet.
literally held my hand for my first show. Literally, he did.
She's being nice. She's being nice.
So yeah, lots of shout outs there. So thank you for
Well, you're
everything
being
that
nice.
you've
Congrats
done
to
set
you.
me up. Thanks. And thanks to all of our producers too, because they're the star of the show. You don't get to see them, but man, you definitely know they're there because we would be lost without them. Muggy, mainly sunny to begin the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the 70s, but then we get these storm chances that start to roll in, and a lot of that's probably going to happen midday. So what's the weather impact? Midday storm chances return. We're going to be off to an easy start, and then here come those storms. And after that, the temperatures and the humidity will both be climbing through the day. Now, we told you just a few minutes ago, the storms are already firing to the northwest. The National Weather Service issuing severe thunderstorm watches as these storms are just getting going. It is 11 p.m. Eastern time, and the storms are just getting going. So you know something's a little funky. These nocturnal thunderstorms will continue to ride on the edges of warmer air. And as they are coming to the southeast, they're basically going to be feeding on that difference in the cooler air to the east and the warmer air to the west. The difference tonight versus other nights is that it's this whole bubble of hot air that is shifting to the east. So that brings that storm track right into northeast Ohio. And then after the storms go by, that's why we're going to see the temperatures warming up. Typically, we would see this come through and then we cool down. That will not be the case tomorrow. We're actually anticipating our warmest temperatures later on in the day. So once again, the big picture forecast kind of shows you how this whole thunderstorm complex gets going tonight. Roars through Michigan in the early morning hours, and by 8 a.m. we'll be approaching the Detroit area. So if you have plans to drive or fly west, you're going to be running right into this thing. It'll be decaying as it gets into Ohio, but it does look like we will still have to contend with rain, which could be heavy at times, also some gusty winds. Noontime, this is when this line is expected to move through. It will move out by the early afternoon, and again, that's when we're going to expect those temperatures to really start to crank up. So as far as the local look of your National Zymar hour-by-hour forecast, we will stay mostly clear to partly cloudy tonight. High thin clouds will start to advance in the early morning hours. Notice that it's going to be a little blustery tomorrow. We have a brisk southerly breeze that will greet us as you step out the door. 7 a.m. temperatures in the mid-70s will climb into the 60s. Will climb into the 70s 9, 10, 11 a.m. And then here comes what's left of those showers and storms. We could have some pockets of heavy rain midday, and as that exits, we will then be treated to seeing some more sunshine. That sunshine will react and it will start to crank up the temperatures, especially west. So this is where we start to get into timing. If we get those thunderstorms that linger, the clouds linger east, we'll probably have much cooler temperatures over toward the PA state line than farther west, where I anticipate temperatures making it back into the upper 80s. Then for tomorrow evening, we're expecting clouds to fill in because we have a whole nother round of rain and storms that'll be getting in here for Wednesday, not only in the morning, but continuing on and off through the afternoon. So we're expecting periodic rain and storms for Wednesday. In the meantime, your Medina Country Club forecast takes our 80s tomorrow into the low 80s on Wednesday with the rain and storms around. We'll clear out Thursday. We have a gorgeous day setting up for Friday, albeit a warm one. Storm chances return Saturday, then we clear out again for Sunday. So right now, Saturday does look like we will have some scattered storms around. Sunday looks beautiful. And then, man, next week, right in time for the 4th of July, it looks like we're going to crank the heat right back up.